chapter 7, verse 1 through 5. And I want to read this. I want you to read this carefully. It says, "Do not judge so that you will not be judged." Next verse. "For in the way you judge, you will be judged by your standard of measure. It will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck that is in your brother's eye, but you do not notice the log that is in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, 'Let me take the speck out of your eye,' and look, the log is in your own eye? You hypocrite. First," I love how practical the Bible is. It doesn't say just to let the person go and not to say anything. It says what you need to do first. First, take the log out of your own eye. Then after that, you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye. Let me illustrate this point to you. I have here my dear sister, and she has a shirt on her. Now, if you notice the shirt, it's a white shirt, but the shirt has some spots in it. Okay? Donc, m'a essayé illustrer point que Jésus a essayé faire nous comprendre là. She has some green paint on it, and let's say the paint is some sinful thing that she's dealing with. The paint is some sinful thing that she's dealing with. And then when I see the paint, I say, "Oh my gosh, Sophanie, you did what? What did you do? Why did you do it? Oh my gosh, God is not happy with you. God is not happy with you. You're going to hell. This is not good. I'm going to call the pastor. You can't take lesson anymore. Oh my God." And then I go to Facebook, I go to Twitter, I go to every social media site, and then I'm not pointing her out, but I'm giving kind of inside clues that something happened to my sister and that she has a spot here. She has a spot on her shirt. Meanwhile, I have a shirt too. And if I really take off my shirt, I'm a little bit dirty too. I have paint too. I'm judging this little spot here, but meanwhile, if I really take my shirt off, I have so much more spots than she does. So what Jesus is saying, he's not saying not to talk to her, because maybe she is doing something that's not right. But before going to her, I need to look at my own life and judge myself before I judge her. You see, what we do, the order is backwards. We go to the person first. Meanwhile, God is looking for us to look to ourselves first and make sure that we are righteous first before we go to the next person. What he wants us to do, we need to get rid of this. He needs us to get rid of the dirty shirt and clean our lives and sanctify our lives and take the dirty spots off and take the paint off. This is what he wants us to do. Now, after taking the spots, the paint, the dirt off of my shirt, now I have the right to go to my sister and say, with love. Not to condemn, but to restore. And I say, here's what I'm noticing. Here's what I'm noticing. And I can testify to her because I went through it also. You see, because I went through it, I'm not going to go to her to condemn her. Because I went through it, I'm going to go to her to restore her, because I have a testimony myself. I had to get rid of the pain. I had to get rid of the dirt before I went to her. Now that I'm righteous, now that I am clean, now that I am holy, I can go to her and restore her and help her maybe one day take off the little bit of paint that she has, and so we can both now become righteous in the eyes of God. Does that make sense? Can we give God a round of applause? Thank you. Don't judge hypocritically. If you're going to judge, make sure you're not struggling with the same thing that the next person, that you're judging the next person about. Si vous jugez un monde, fais sûr que ou pas dans même situation, dans même péché que l'autre monde la donne. Combien de fois yo dit un tel n'a adultère et puis yo jugé un tel parce que n'a adultère. Pourtant ou même ou pas font adultère physique, mon font adultère dans l'amour ou font adultère dans l'esprit. Yet, ou juger l'autre là oui. The biblical way to make sure that we're not judging the wrong way, number one, don't judge someone's salvation. Number two, don't judge according to physical appearance. Number three, don't judge to condemn, but judge to restore. And then number four, don't judge hypocritically.